We're moving from a hydrocarbon age to an age of low carbon. And there is an increasing consumer awareness of whether your energy is coming from coal-fired or gas-fired or increasingly from green power. And that's a really good illustration of not just the need for an energy transition, but also for a public desire for that energy transition and questioning the status quo. As a law professor and a geologist, I look at how we can use the law to make sure that if an activity occurs, that it's done in the way that is best for protecting the environment. So using scientific evidence for regulation.
The university and the centre itself, of course, being located in Aberdeen, are really right at the heart of what has been historically the oil and gas capital of Europe and has ambitions and aspirations to be the energy capital of Europe. The fact that energy has been so much at the heart of Aberdeen for so long means that there's not simply a depth of experience and expertise in hydrocarbons, but also a real appreciation of the challenges in developing any of the energy sectors. And we're able then, I think, to bring transferable skills to the transition phase that clearly, of course, engages our colleagues in the geosciences and engineering. These are very significant technical challenges, but they also, of course, raise a whole range of legal challenges as well. The students who've come to learn with us learn not only from us and with us, but also with each other. The students coming from all over the world bring with them a very rich set of experience and expertise. I would also stress that our experience as teachers here is that there's not a day goes by that we don't also learn from working with our students.
This transition that we're having away from coal is really because of the consequences. We have to burn a lot of coal to get the same energy out of it, but it produces far more CO2. We see the role of the law as twofold, really. It's about the energy security and the energy transition and helping that, but also that when we are using something like gas as a transition fuel, that we're actually regulating it in a manner that becomes the most efficient and causes the least amount of environmental harm.
Very often people ask, what is it that really lawyers are doing? And if we try to characterise in broad scale what law is about, in many respects it's about managing risk, managing and mitigating risk. And I guess the kinds of things that we're talking about, there is probably no sort of larger scale risk that we have to try and manage. There is only really a global solution. And that's hugely challenging because law itself, in many respects, is jurisdictionally defined. So one of the key challenges going forward will be to help to develop a cohort of lawyers who are able to understand the big picture, who are able to interact with the policymakers, the engineers, the geoscientists, all the scientific and technical experts that will be part of this huge effort, so that they are able then to think outside of the normal confines and constraints, even of traditional international arrangements, to think of what sort of legal tools we need, how we conceptualise law in the context of that scale of a problem. It's not going to be straightforward, but it is going to be rather exciting, I think.
And of course, Aberdeen is the perfect place to be looking at and researching those issues of transition fuels and low carbon energy.